நல்லா இருக்கும், நல்லா இருக்கும். எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருப்போம். What a day, what a game. 1 minute before that. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Okay, so what a game of cricket yesterday. I mean, I just said it's gonna be KKR's year this year, and that was not an easy cakewalk yesterday. What a game! It's like pendulum. Cricket is always like there is no winner until it is over. Okay, there is no game is over until it is over. That is what we keep saying, and was that yesterday's game was a prime example. Let's start with the SRH and KKR itself before we get into DC and PBKs, and then we'll move into today's game. Uh, so SRH and KKR, what a show of game! What a fantastic! I don't know. I'm losing words to put this game into the the way it happened. I was so happy. I was so happy to see everybody perform the way that it is, because I said KKR could be a team to watch out for this year, and I'm rating them into top two along with MI, because they have a real power hitters, and they're gonna play an attacking game throughout. And I've rated this kid. I felt Ramandeep Singh could be the highest paid uncapped player for a reason. He didn't go to the expectation of me in terms of money, but then he came back and he showed what he was. And I did say this even in my auction preview. If Mumbai Indians had picked a person and then they have looked out a person, then he is going to be a champion. Watch out for him. And it happened. It had happened previously. Sanju Samson was there in Mumbai. Yusuf Chichawal was there in Mumbai. All these guys were in Mumbai, and when they come out like a you know an university student from had taken a master's in a bigger university. So that's how these guys were, and I knew Ramandeep Singh's domestic record was just amazing as well. And what a game! I mean, when I was watching the game, I don't know, being an hard-end RCB fan, that is one thing that I wanted to say. See, I don't know. I honestly feel I shouldn't be a fan of any particular individual or any team for that matter, because I cannot take any more heartbreaks. I still remember watching Australia versus Afghanistan, the World Cup match. I wasn't supporting either the team. Okay, yes, I wanted Afghanistan to win, but that was okay. I would want them to be. It was not a pure support. Okay, and because of that, I could enjoy that game. That game was the best game, we would say, right, in that entire World Cup. And then what happens, like, you don't end up with being in heartbroken even when that's when the team that you support has lost. Similarly is what happened yesterday, like SRH and KKR, either of the team, I'm okay either of the team wins. And that is the reason why I could enjoy that entire game. Whereas if you take an RCB versus CSK, I was heartbroken because my team lost. And same thing happened in our World Cup final, because we all loved Indian cricket. We all wanted that in our team to win. When they lose, we just go heartbroken. It took months for me to come out of it. If you still ask me if you have come out, I don't know. Even from a 2019 World Cup, I've still not come out. Every time I cross by that Manchester stadium, that keeps coming into my mind. So that is where I thought the whole night yesterday. I couldn't sleep. I was like, I woke up at, say, somewhere at 2:15, and then I was thinking about, oh my god, who is that? Who is that person? Who is that 15 who is going to be picked in the Indian team? Who is that? Will Virat Kohli be there? And I was just trying to fix, where could Virat Kohli, even if Virat Kohli is there in the squad, will he be there in the playing 11? All these questions started creeping into my mind, and I was like, you know why the hell am I thinking about it? Am I the selector? Am I the player? Am I the captain? I don't know. But that is what the impact cricket has on us. Not just me. I'm sure it is not just me. I'm seeing the love of the fans and everyone across the world. But I honestly felt yesterday, because I was not an hardened fan of these two teams, I enjoyed the game, right? So that is where it is. If you're not a fan of a particular team or a person, you could enjoy the game. And then I realized, okay, is that easy? I don't know. I'll have to wait and see if Virat Kohli once retires. I would still be looking at RCB the same way it was. I don't know. Hopefully Rahul Dravid also doesn't come back to any other team as an uh, as in a coach as well, because these two players were the sole reason for me to fall in love with RCB, and then it eventually just going with them. Okay, let's come back to that game. If you're taking, okay, I can say match Russell's innings along with Klaasen's innings, but there is one person whom in that game who could not be matched with any other. There is 12 bowlers who have bowled in that game, and there was one guy who has bowled with an economy under 4. Of the 12, everybody has been over 8, 8.5, and there's one guy with economy of 4. And of the 12, there was 6 who has gone beyond 12.5 overs, runs per an over, and this guy has gone just for below 4. 4 overs below 4. 4, I mean, yeah, 4 point something, I would say. 4 overs, 19 runs. What a diamond or a gold or a gem that is, which is the reason why they have won that game. Yes, Ashit Rana came back and bowled a brilliant 19th, 20th over. Uh, no doubt about that, Suyash Sharma's catch. But that 4 overs, 19, hats off. That was the difference between the two teams. And that's why I kept saying Kolkata Knight Riders this year have to be washed out, right? Uh, their captain Shreyas Iyer got out on a duck, and still they had the score to defend. So it's going to be a good game. I'm seriously watching out for those close contests. That's why we watch IPL. And let's go back to the DC and PBKs. Has DC has shocked you with Prithvi Shah's exclusion? I don't know if that was a right move. I know what Marsh can do at the opening, but eventually Prithvi Shah could have done the same thing. I'm not sure again what is his form, how well he is hitting in the nets. I don't know, but then that would be an ideal choice, because they do not have anybody beyond 4, right? Anyone beyond uh, uh, Rishabh Pant is a big questionable in DC, because even when I did the DC teams review, that's where I said, they do not have that uh, power power after that 4, 4, 5, 6 is just weak. Maybe an Aksar at 7 would be an ideal choice, not beyond that, not before that. Uh, and that's where they lost the game yesterday as well. And they did impact sub. Eventually they wanted Mukesh Kumar when they were coming to bowl, because they lost the early wickets. They had to bring in Abhishek Porel. Yes, he did an amazing knock, but then eventually they had lost Ishant Sharma as well during that game. So they had to overshot, and eventually they know at that point of time they lost the game. Only if Kuldeep or an Aksar bring out some miracle, they can win the game. And Punjab also knew that, and so they had that time and they had that space to play out Kuldeep and Aksar, and then knowing that there'll be another 2 overs there where they can target. Lucky that they had Sumit, who had an all-rounder as well, and Mitchell Marsh, who could bowl 4 overs. But then that is, I don't know. And when I speak about impact sub, look at what RR did today, and that is the exact way an impact sub could be used, is what I feel. That is a superb way to use it, either being it your for overseas or your Indian. I felt overseas would be more suitable, or a more impact or a power. I felt, because you have 3 overseas and you have 2 persons in the impact. Say if someone like since Rajasthan is batting first, and you would see their batting is like only six. Eventually what happens is like when you are batting first, with your impact rule you would pack like 7 or 8, uh, whereas here you would only see 6, and you have Nandri and Roman Powell in the impact sub. And what happens here is like, when they come back, okay, for say they had all their top four has just fired, and they got that enough runs like 180, 200, or whatever runs that they needed, they can bring Nandri Burger. And if they don't have that fire and if they don't click, they could bring in Roman Powell and then go for big shots at the lower order. But eventually, they still have 5 good bowlers. You know, that's where I think this is the right way to use an impact serve, and eventually this is going to work for our Rajasthan Royals, is what I feel. And on the other hand, if you look at LSG, LSG is bowling, and they still have say 8 good batsmen who can play, or even 7. I mean, I saw Krunal Pandya coming somewhere at 7th, and they still have that Ravi Bishnoi at 8. Ravi Bishnoi can swing his bat as well. So 8 of them can bat when they're bowling. And then they might add Deepak Huda in it, which becomes like 9 of them can bat. Wow, what a team to look out for, LSG. I actually dropped them down in rating because of their fast bowling department. But if Moshin Khan comes good, wow, that's a good team too. And I'm pretty much excited to see which way it is going to go. Rajasthan Royals is batting first because in Jaipur in the 4 o'clock game, you always see that second half the ball would grip and turn, and a little bit drier side it would be. Uh, Whereas the second game of the day is MI versus Hardik Pandya. Why am I saying not? It's not MI versus GT, because I repeat the same with what CSK, what I said about CSK. Hardik Pandya as an individual, just think from his shoe, think from his mind, what all fights that he would be going through now. Wow, I'm just I'm just thinking about this person and thinking, wow, I mean, what a mental strength he would be having now. He is like, against his own team. When I said not the team which is playing on the field, but the team which is sitting, okay, that the audience, the fans that are sitting around definitely has that feel of, what, you guys have not being loyal, you had cheated your own captain who won 5. Those things are there in the fans' minds, and I'll not be surprised if Mumbai crowd boos Hardik Pandya. I am honestly saying I'll not be surprised, because we know what Mumbai crowds have done prior to this games. Don't forget, Virat Kohli was booed, and Yuvraj Singh was once booed, and so many other players, Indian players itself in IPL was booed in Mumbai in Wankhede Stadium. So luckily, this is happening in Ahmedabad, and you would still see it, because in Adik Pandya's case, it is vice versa. Even GT will feel you have cheated us. So MI fans will also feel you have cheated us. GT will also feel you have cheated us. And don't forget, of the 10 captains, Hardik Pandya is the only captain who has won a title, won a trophy in IPL. So I'm eagerly looking out for this guy, and hats off to his mental strength if he comes blazing. And on the other hand, Rohit Sharma, oh, wow, man, what a wow. You might feel that he is not the captain of MI, but like Suresh Raina said, he is the captain of all 10 teams, and he'll be having a keen eyes on all the 10 teams and thinking, okay, where am I fitting these guys in my team? Just 2 months after this, because there is an T20I World Cup coming, and he will still be thinking about it. And that's the reason why I felt MI did a right thing to remove Rohit. I don't know if they thought that Rohit will not be there in T20I and Hardik might captain T20I, but I don't know if that was a thought. But this will help Rohit. Rohit will go there, free mind, go blazing, all guns blazing, and he still be keeping watching all the other matches and think looks at what his team, what his probables is playing, because May 1 is the last day to submit your team list. So I'll put a separate video on that part. And here, something that I'm still feeling wow would also be, on the other hand, GT's captain, Shubman Gill, who is on his high, who is also trying to peek into the T20I team, who wants to be there, who wants to represent India and then win a cup, win a trophy, win a big World Cup for India. And he is captaining for the first time. What is it gonna be? Wow. I'm just eagerly waiting for that game. Not that RR and LSG will not be in contention, because LSG, they said, I mean, Rahul will be coming as an middle order batsman, but looking at the sheet today, it is given as Rahul as an opener, but that could be a game to look out for as well. Do not forget, write down your probables in our comments of top four playoffs, and don't miss to win a Virat Kohli edition cloud. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Double the Maka today. Nalla irupom, nalla irupom, ellarum nalla irupom. Bye bye.